Selling out is easy to do. It's not so hard to find a buyer for you. When money talks, you're under its spell. Ah, but what do you have when there's nothing left to sell?
Well, hello everybody. It is Christmas Day in Los Angeles. It's about 12:58 p.m. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. Merry Christmas, most of all, to my Patreons. Rock on. Merry Christmas to everyone else after that. Hope everyone had good family time, or if they didn't want to do that, I hope they had a good time being alone. I like to stay in town. I like LA because it empties out. Quiet, nice, drive around. I have not posted it yet, but I recorded one of these recently that I need to get out. But I was talking about if I had my stuff together and the rain wasn't too bad, I was going to do a Christmas speed run, not really a speed run, but a Christmas drive around the town to appreciate how sparsely populated the streets are around Christmas in LA, and do one of the most things you can do, which is drive all around um, on the highways without traffic. So I'm gonna go. I'm starting at let's see, this will be the 5. Let's see, I'll do the 5 north, I guess. Um, and so I guess I'll take that out to the 101. I should have gone this way actually. I should have gone down to the 5 south. And oh, I can do that though. I can still do that. So I'll do that. Because I feel like I would. No, actually, this is fine. This is fine. Let's see. What have I done so far of the break? I've had to work a little bit. Not working today. It's Christmas, so not working today. But I had to work a little yesterday. It's fine. Hey, that's fine. Hey, people got to work on Christmas sometimes. People got to work on holidays. That's fine. That was me. Oh, I do not. Man, I was talking about this last time too. Something's going on with the car. Did the service engine light come on? Yeah, it did. Did I just drop $800 on an alternator? Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you guys want, you can join the Patreon. There's a $1 tier. Come on, $1? You guys don't have $1 to give me a break. Oh wait, no, can't go south. So we'll go up. We'll go to the south on the 5. Da, da, da. 5 it looks good. It's well, I remember I used to do this back in the day, and one time it really was like you see like you know maybe I saw 100 cars the entire time I went around the city on the loop. So anyway, we're gonna go 5 south, and then we'll go down to the 110, the 110, and then I'm gonna get on the 10, and then go to the 405, and go to the 101, and then come back. So let's see, we're getting on now. It's 1 p.m. We'll say 1 p.m. All right, here we go. Gotta keep your eyes peeled though, hey. And I also know my tires are a little bald. I'm not gonna lie. They told me I had 1,000 miles left on these tires when I got them rotated. They already, we don't need people going slow on the highway on Christmas. We can get around them. But yeah, let's go. All right. What'd you guys get? Drop it in the comments. Is Santa good? Yeah, so it's like we get these what they call them atmospheric rivers where it just dumps rain And I did that basically, what, like half the day on Thursday, like crazy. Earlier in the day, really bad, and then tapered off. And then actually, it was nice at night, and really, really nice. And then my sleep was all messed up because I went out Wednesday night, so I was recuperating, hanging, chilling, napping. So anyway, I went to bed late last night, even though I went to the party, but I didn't really think I had like half a beer. Slammed a couple Coca-Colas. Oh, I was you can't see it. I've got the pants on, but I've got this tracksuit that I wore, and let me just say this: big hit. These people need to get out of my way. Oh no! All right, so we're getting a little bit of traffic as we get on the South 110. It's backing up a little bit. But still not as bad as any other time you'd ever be out here. Okay, now this big guy. Okay, yeah, gotta get over in front of me. What would you do if you didn't? All right, so we're going around Elysian Park on the 110. Let's get past this guy. I don't really like the way this guy's driving, so we're gonna get around him. But it's always nice on wet. So it's gonna rain again today, and then it'll rain tomorrow. And it looks like it might dump on us actually while we're driving. So that would be kind of a bummer, but whatever. I learned to drive in Florida. Okay, I'll drive through the eye of the storm. I don't give a crap. Oh God, it's so pretty. But the nice thing is, so it's LA. We're in a basin in here, so and the air had been stale and bad, and just kind of sitting there, and the rain will kind of help with that, and really would like. I think Saturday it's supposed to be kind of over and kind of nicer again, and that would be a nice time to go on a big hike and walk off some of the. Oh, you know what I did? Hey, does volunteering count if you don't talk about it? I a friend, friend of the pod, amazing comedian, Babs Gray, Barbara Dorothy Gray. She put together this thing for I guess it's called Alexandria House. It's like a halfway home or something, and you just get people together around the holidays and just sort of it's like everyone brings in food and you serve the people that stay at the home, and there's some kids and stuff, and did that on Wednesday. um I thought that was great. I'm really glad I did that. But I made a sweet potato casserole side dish, and came out great. I did try to go a little healthy, so I didn't do the marshmallows. I did the pecans on top. Oh my god, this is crazy. How just no one's on the road. Um, and what else did I make? I made a ton of cookies. The Toll House classic chocolate chip cookie recipe, and oh my god, I used to bake a lot in high school. Actually, I used to make cookies a lot. My sister and I would cook a lot, and God, I was just eating so much then. So you're doing the cookie dough thing, and I ate so many cookies. I literally like 2, 3 a.m. last night. I don't know. I got home after the party at like midnight, 1. I don't know. It wasn't that late. And then I was watching Mad Men. Okay, and so here we are. We're at the confluence of the where the 101 hits the 110 going through downtown. One of my favorite parts to drive, even when I'm to and from work, and even when it's really bad traffic, there's always something kind of cool about driving here. Now, if you don't know this, by the way, you should, but if you live in LA, you don't know this. The 110, it always gets really tight where it goes through downtown. That exit that goes to like 6th and Wilshire, you jump on that and you just hang on to the left lane, and that'll dump you back out of the 110. Um, I go 110 to the 10 west typically, right? So that dumps you out there, and so you kind of miss all the traffic. it's crazy. It's where like everyone kind of like tries to merge into these 3 lanes, like a 6, 7 lane highway, and everything meets up. And it's like, no, 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 fight the current. Everyone's coming this way, go this way, do that lane thing, stay. And there's some versions of that you could do on the 10 too. I remember when I first moved to LA, or when I've not even moved, when I first drove to LA, God, it's so long ago. I think phones had, I think that, I think the iPhone existed when I was out here, but I didn't have that. I didn't have like a Maps phone yet. I had a Garmin. Now, kids out there, a Garmin was something. It was like this little device. It was like a paperweight. Now, paper is this stuff made out of tree pulp that people used to write on, and then people's offices used to be outside or in near wind turbines, so their papers were always flying everywhere. So you need these paperweights. Okay, so now I'm getting on the 10 West. Oh my God, this is a dream. We're going by people. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. There's this sort of side road on the 10 that you can stay on for a while, go through some exits. Oh my God, this is fantastic. Well, I say it was one. It was one when we got on the 5 South near Atwater Village. It's 107 now. I'm on the 10. I'm on the 10. But anyway, so you have this Garmin, and you plug in where you want to go, and it tells you. Or you go to MapQuest. This was before Google Maps. Go to MapQuest, and you print it out, and or you write it on a post-it note. You put it here, and you kind of look at the directions. But anyway, I remember, or a friend tells you where to go, right? So I remember my friend and I drove out here. He got here before me, and he tells me directions that he took, but he gets the 101 and the 110 reversed. So I'm trying to go wherever we were going. Oh, I don't even know if it's still there, but there's a Sunset Inn on or a Days Inn right next to the In and Out on Sunset. Um, that's where I was headed. I did not wind up there. I wound up in South Pasadena, somewhere along the 110. Okay, so yeah, starting to rain some drops a little bit, and it does look like we're getting some. There's people on the road. Doesn't look like it's really slowing down, but I'm gonna get around to the left anyway because that's sort of the move. But yeah, so I remember going. I was coming from the 10. I did the 10 West from Jacksonville. And and that was crazy too, because the way I got into LA was like I just got tired of driving. So in the middle of Texas, I think it was called like Junction, Texas or something. Um, I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm driving. I'm driving the rest of the way there. So I drove like 21 hours or something from the middle of Texas to LA. So I'm running low on energy and everything. And then I get to LA and it's just insane. I'm like, oh my God. And still the 110 to the 101. I don't know like where those meet near downtown. I still don't know how we don't just, it's not just littered with cars and mangled. But yeah, we're making good time. I mean, we're already at La Brea. We're almost at the 405. Yeah, it's not bad. Other people aren't really driving as fast as I am or trying to, so it's a little annoying. But we're getting in the left lane now. Now we're doing good. Hope everyone's taking nice stock of the end of the year. Hope everyone's being pleased with how their year turned out and looking forward to the next one in spite of it all. So let's see. Oh yeah, so we did the volunteer thing, so that was good. And then but yeah, so I ate like 9 chocolate chip cookies at like 3 a.m. I also got a lot of bottles of Coke, the cane sugar Coke, Got a lot of bottles. That's how it's slamming cokes at home. And oh, sugar rush, but got some rest last night and got to sleep in a little bit. And here I am. I woke up. I put on my shirt. I combed my hair and hit the road to create some Christmas content for you to consume. So yeah, maybe this one is a good one, or if you're on your commute or got a long flight or drive or something, or maybe you can listen to this while you do that. Okay, we're getting into West LA territory. Traffic's getting a little worse, but we're still not hitting any jams or anything. People are kind of driving like dips. People might be driving like dips a little bit. People might not realize that you can go a little buck wild if you want today. Museum of Tolerance sign. What if I stop? What if we went to the Museum of Tolerance? Huge hit on Christmas, Museum of Tolerance. But yeah, so we need the rain. LA, it's crazy. I think LA is getting like 90% of its yearly rainfall over these 3 days. Nothing's leaking at the apartment. Knock on wood. Knock on car. I gotta get a new car. What do you got? What do you guys suggest? I want some. Here's what I want. If anyone listens to this and knows anything about cars, here's what I'm looking for. Here's my situation. Um, First issue is okay. So, is it good to have a car payment? Is that good? I mean, you know, I don't like having monthly payments. So it's either like, get a newer car and do the monthly payment thing and kind of be like, okay, I got a new car. But honestly, I don't know if I respect automobiles. I don't know if I respect vehicles. I don't know if I respect even um uh material objects. I'm not sure. I don't know if I respect them too much. I'm not really a car guy. I would love a convertible, but this takes me to my second issue is got two words for you. Ground clearance. Okay. Ground clearance. The driveway's screwed at my place of living. Um, so any car that's like a normal car, I've talked about this before, I'm sure, but any car that's a normal car is going to scrape. Um, the transmission or the muffler or the things that sort of it always hits the end of the muffler, and I know it hits something on the underside of like the tire well, like protectors. They'll come loose and then they'll hit the thing down there. So let's see. We're gonna go the 405 north from the 10. We're passing 405 south right now. I go to LAX right now. Probably get there in 15 minutes. Um, so here's what I'm looking for. I like to camp. I like to go on a trail once or twice, maybe 3 times a year. Sometimes I need to tour to parts of the country that have real weather more than 2 weeks out of the year. So I want an all-wheel or four-wheel drive car. I need ground clearance. So I'm thinking SUV crossover. I really don't want one of those. I really do not want an SUV. Um, but it's just like I said, it's like typically a car now, like a sensible little car, it's just going to scrape. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have to go so slowly out of my driveway every time and make sure I'm getting the angle perfectly right so I can go up slow enough so it doesn't scrape, but also uh time it right and perfectly so that I can get up the driveway. It's just so annoying. Especially like when you're starting your day and you're like, oh, I'm in a good mood, I'm gonna go drive, and then you gotta deal with that. It's just like it's annoying. Trying to get around some people here. We got some people driving like dumbasses. All right, we're going by Wilshire Boulevard exit on the 405. Let's see, was it the first place? Yeah, the first place I lived out here was on Selby off of Wilshire. I think it was a building built in the 1920s. Back then, it was the only building on Wilshire in Westwood area that was not a huge like condo high rise, which now it all is. That I went by sometime within the past 5 or 10 years, and the building I lived in was gone. Little bachelor situation. I had a hot plate studio. It's great. Loved it. Actually, it's kind of awful. It's because the parking was so bad and everything. And I didn't know. I was in college, so I was like, oh, I'll live where the college people are. So I was like, oh, let's live near UCLA. Um, which didn't make sense because I was working in Burbank. And oh my God, I had a 1990 Buick Century station wagon I got from my great grandmother. And that was a good car. I liked that car a lot, actually. But whatever, it was, it was on its last legs, which is why I had it. And I remember every time before I would go to Burbank to work, I would go the 405 to the 101, like I will do soon. And it would stall every time on that ramp. Every time. Go around. Go around. I'm new. Hey, I'm new. So anyway, I need a new car. So I'm looking at Subarus. I'm looking at I think I need like a 7-inch ground clearance to really not worry about. I think the car I have now is like a 5.9 or 6.1. It's nothing. I'm just tired of that. I'm just over that. Oh my God, this is insane. This is insane how nice and smooth this is. Going by the Getty. It's to my left. Some lush greenery. And we're just making good time. We're making good time. And I'm not even really trying to go that fast. I mean, I'm not lollygagging, but if I really wanted to, I could really open her up and drive like an a-hole and get by some people. Do you guys see I'm driving next to a Cybertruck? Did you guys see that yeah, it was like that tweet when the tweet's like, did you the here's what every headline looks like to me now, and it's like a bunch of nonsense words about people dating or whatever. And I saw this on Twitter was trending like kick streamer clavicular runs over stream sniper, which stream sniper I guess is someone that like shows up on someone else's stream but then is also streaming, and it's like they're maybe it's like a stream version of trolling mixed with maybe a little stalking or something. But anyway, I guess there's this car streamer or something who was in I don't even know really, but this guy was streaming, he's in a Cybertruck, and someone's bothering this guy, this driver, clavicular, and this other like fan or tater or whatever is like on the Cybertruck's hood, and then like he's kind of comes on the hood again. He's obviously by this guy, and the guy kind of like drives away, and then you just hear like a huge thunk. The Cybertruck goes up, and then you hear a crash, runs into maybe another car or something. But turns out the guy died. Turns out the guy died from a streaming incident. Um, and as far as I'm concerned, probably everyone in this story could disappear, and no one would really miss them. Someone else would fill their void in the streaming space. And I'd imagine if you're a streamer anyway, you'd probably have some issue where your family doesn't love you or something like that. So anyway, yeah, so this guy straight up murdered someone with his car. And here's the problem. Because and even I hearing this, I'm like, okay, well, because you hear about this a lot where like people will straight up get run over, but it's an accident. So it's like the people don't even, obviously if you're drunk or negligent, vehicular manslaughter, that's like a thing. But there are times when it's like, if someone's doing something wrong and like runs out in the, it's like it's not your fault, you know. So people are like, oh, and then people are saying too, it's like, oh, is this in Florida? Like, stand your ground is a thing, and then after people kept killing protesters with their Ford F-150s or whatever, they like made it legal to do that in some states. So people are saying like, oh, maybe it's legal, but the problem is that the guy like on stream, like the girl on the passenger seat was like, is he dead? And then the driver goes like, I hope so, like on camera. Oh my God, we're just making great time. We're on the decline on the 405 to the 101, exit 63B. I'm not even foot is not even on the gas right now. I'm going 80 miles per hour. I have my left turn signal on, which I do not need. I'll turn that off. Sorry to those behind me. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. And then I don't know. Kick is I guess another streamer thing. So I guess this guy named Aiden Ross, is he the head of Kick? I don't know. But the driver got banned from streaming like immediately because I guess people probably were like notifying that that happened. And then so the head of this guy, he like calls the driver guy and he's like, "Bro, I got you. Don't worry about it. We're lawyering up and you're back on and the ban you're unbanned and blah blah blah." So I'm like, are these people going to be like accessories to anyway? Okay, we're seeing a little detached fender situation by the side of the road. All right, we're getting on the 101 south. We're going on the 101 south back around the valley to the city. Oh my God, this is beautiful. So yeah, that ramp that I just took was where my car used to die. Go around. All right, let's get over here. Oh yeah, we're doing it. I guess I'll go to the 134 to the 5 south to get back on. But yeah, we're just zooming. I'm on the 101. It's 124. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I like driving. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. Oh man, when I got a car, ooh, I'd sneak out just to drive. And that's, oh, okay. So yeah, all wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. Ideally less than, I don't want to spend more than, I don't want to spend more than like thousands of dollars on this. I don't want to be going into the 10 range. And I don't know. I also think too, it's like plan on having this car for 5 years or something, hopefully. And but yeah, I'm like, okay, do I do a monthly payment? Is that good for your credit? Should I just pay for it outright if I can afford it? Um, because I will say it's like I do know that like you buy a used car, you're gonna be putting money into it because it's old and has a lot of miles. That's the ugly truth of the whole situation. But then you get a new car and it's so crazy expensive. And like I said, I'm like, I don't know if you live out where you got to park in parking garages a lot and people drive crazy and it's like you don't want to worry about your car getting dinged up too much, which is why when you have a used car, it's kind of like, hey, whatever, it's used. When you get a new car, it's just like, oh my God, it's stressful. It's looking at Subaru Bajas, which are like it's kind of like a lower truck, kind of like a truck car. But yeah, I just want something with good gas mileage because this thing gets like 15, not even 15 miles a gallon and takes premium. So I want a car that takes regular gas, gets good gas mileage, that won't give me too many headaches with and I think there are more like Subaru mechanics than Infinity mechanics, but I guess the Infinities are kind of just a really annoying car to deal with. Look at this. We're already at the 134. Gee whiz. This is incredible. This is the best day of my life. This is a gift. Can I talk about a Christmas gift? This is a gift. Gonna do some friend things later. Got a couple parties to stop by. It's nice living in a city for a while. You without even trying to, you form traditions with people, and you keep them up, and it makes you feel good, makes you feel connected. And hey, I was thinking maybe what I do today is buy a bottle of Lefroy Scotch and just take it to all the parties I'm going to and sip some Scotch all day. Feels like a nice move. All right, so we're on 134 East. I'm sure it's really loud. I'm sorry about that. Okay, now we're getting kind of bunched up here. If people want to get out of my way, that'd be great. All right. Rounding around. So that's just the way I used to go. I used to see the 134. I used to go to that ramp where my car would die. God, this would take me 40 minutes, 45 minutes to get to where I am right now from that point. Crazy. What do I see? Okay, I see the Comcast Universal building. Used to be the NBC Universal building. Used to be the Seagram's building. I was an NBC page over there. Do I see the giant minion? I see Universal. I'm not seeing the minion. We got Universal City right there. Pass Avenue. That's what I used to get off on. Pass Ave. Go work as an intern. Oh man, here's a story. Um, I would I remember like near the end of the internship, they didn't really have much for us to do anymore. So I was like kind of I don't know if you can imagine this. I was taking advantage of that situation. So I might be going out a little bit. I was in Westwood. I was 21 when I lived in Westwood, so I could go out to the bars there. And took a bartender home one time. Or she took me home. To be perfectly honest, that was before I really knew what I was doing. But we don't need to get in the gory details of that. But I do remember she liked my jacket, and that song "Laid" by James was playing when like we were kind of flirting and like kind of making the plans to go home with each other. What is that place now? It used to be called like O'Brien's or something. Brick building on like kind of on that other side of UCLA. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But why was I talking about that? Anyway, there's ABC Forest Lawn Drive. Okay, we're getting a little bit more raindrops, a little more aggressive. What was I talking about? Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. So I would go, um, I go out and then I go in, and I remember literally like the last day, um, I go, I like, okay, last day, what can we really do? And so I'm like hungover, and like I get in, and like the first thing we get in is they just like the head guy was like, we're gonna do our exit interview, like me and the other intern just talked to the guy. And I was so hungover because I did not think anything would be happening. And everyone else was gone I forget what was going on, but like everyone was gone. We were basically minding the store. I had no idea that anything would be going on. And so the head guy wants to talk to us. And we sit down, and I'm like, I get down to this guy's office, and I'm like, I'm gonna puke. Like I'm feeling it. I'm hungover. It's gonna happen. Um, and I'm just trying to hold it in and be cool. And then at a certain point his phone rings, and he does the whole like he like answers it and then does the 1 second thing and turns his chair around. And I just look at my other intern, this girl, Leslie, and I just go, cover for me. And I bolt to the bathroom and puke. And then and I do it's like so and it's like when it is like that though, when it's like when you like you start to feel it and you're like, oh, I need to puke. and you puke, and then you're like, okay, and I feel better. Like it's just like that easy. It was like that. And so I puke, and then I'm like, fuck, I puked. So then I'm like, no, there's no gum or like brush your teeth. So I stop in to get a little coffee. And what I do is I get 3 coffees. One for me, one for her, and one for him. And I come in, and as I'm coming in, he's hanging up the phone, and I just put a coffee and so I thought we might want some coffee. Um I forgot about that. But anyway, so yeah, that was maybe a little a young Don Draper. Although Don would just kind of puke openly. I don't even think he would really he wouldn't really feel the need to cover it up. Did the rewatch, already finished the whole 4K. Watched the last one last night. God, what a great episode. Although the worst part about rewatching Mad Men, and it always gets you right at the end, is you forget that fucking Brett Gelman's in that last episode. So that's annoying. Y'all, this is crazy. I'm about to get off the 134 onto the exit. And it's 1:30. It is 1:32, 1:33. The entire LA loop in half an hour. It's incredible. It does feel like this is how many people should be here when the holidays come and people kind of leave or people aren't on the roads that much. But yeah, wow. I can't believe I had to get up and go to just get up and do that. And I hope it was cathartic or entertaining, or next time you're in traffic you can watch this or listen to this and just sort of live vicariously through me, my freewheeling spirit, my car on its last legs but still making the journey as I slow down and get back. Even Los Feliz Boulevard is moving. Oh wow, incredible. That's a Christmas gift for me. Thank you guys for listening. Um Appreciate you all. Join the Patreon, buy my album Ran Through. Take it easy, do something for yourself, do something for others. Take your meds, eat your veggies, go on a walk, have a sip, have a have a good time. Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys in the new year, and I'll see you in the funny papers.